Hello and welcome to another video. Today's a double workout day, so I'm going to run you through both my workouts today, which is going to be a strength session, but first we're going to hit up a fast 10k. I was going to venture out and do other videos here, but instead I'm just going to keep my niche as fitness and workout videos. But today I'm going to try a new thing where we're going to talk about a topic. Today's going to be the difference between mental fitness and physical fitness. Looking into David Goggins, who you saw on the thumbnail, talk a little bit about his book, kind of like what it teaches and yeah, whether I recommend it. But first I'm going to show you what I've been up to this morning, rearranging this gym. I was really procrastinating doing my 10k, so instead I kind of tidied up, rearranged it. So yeah, I'm going to show you that and then show you also my pre-run routine and my post-workout routine. So yeah, I'm going to run the intro, show you that, and then we're going to get into the first session of the day. Nearly forgot to say, last video I talked about getting gearitis and buying things that I don't need to make YouTube videos, and I haven't done that. I definitely need this. So it's just a simple ring light, stick my phone in there. Haven't bought a camera yet. That's when I really know I'm gonna take it seriously. And yeah, like different adjustable heights, so we have to do different video things. Change the light, change the type of lighting, turn it up and down. So overall, I've decided I needed it. Project Home Gym is well and truly underway now. I'm not waiting anymore for the gyms to open up, so I'm trying to make this look as good as possible. Let's do it. Plan is get all that stuff out of the way, and then trying to like move the weight stuff into the corner so it's a little bit out of the way, and then get the cardio stuff around here. Yeah, move this stuff in and just utilize space the best as possible. So the new home gym has been finished. I haven't named it yet, but I'll show you what it looks like. Coming around the basement, have the bench area, weight set up, little mat, yoga, body weight, all things, foam rolling recovery, mirror, light for videos, treadmill, elliptical, another mirror. Yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. So for my pre-run routine, if it was just like a normal run, I'd probably do it fasted, as I'm going to release a video on fasting probably Wednesday, maybe next week, depending on how long it takes me to make. But as today's a double workout, I wanted to fuel up a little bit, so I had a bagel, which you'll see now, and then a coffee, iced coffee, which I'm still drinking. I've completely lost it, and then probably about 2 litres of water before. Today's 10k, and I'm on the treadmill again because it's thunderstorming today. Weather's picking up, so hopefully I'll be outside next week, but I don't really have to worry too much about hydration, because on the treadmill I can just put it in a little cup, pull it out and drink. So pre-run, I'm going to warm up on the treadmill, but first we're going to grab the foam roller and I'll show you some of the exercises that I do. So pre-run, I'm just trying to loosen everything up, so I'll grab the foam roller. These are brilliant, by the way, nice and cheap, change your life. Start off with, I roll each hamstring out, about 6-7 reps a side, carry it really tight in here. This is a nice trigger point one. It's soft, but it has the triggers on it, so I'll roll that out, and then I will roll my IT band out. I think everyone has tight IT band, so I get it right on that side, left leg in here, roll it out the whole way to the hip, which is one of the areas which I struggle in. So I'll roll that out about 10 times. And then after I've done both sides, I'll finish off by just doing like my Achilles into the calf, because this gets really sore, especially when you're doing faster runs, because on Monday I had a 5k sub 20 for the first time. I've probably done it before, but it's the first time I've gone sub 20 since lockdown started. Obviously all the 5k challenges came out, so I think everyone's kind of like roughly understanding what a quick 5k time is, what an average 5k time is, and how easy it is to improve. It's such a short run that you can see fast improvements very quickly. So I'm going to jump onto the treadmill and show you how I warm up. Also got one of these, just like a foam roller, but for rubbing these spin round. Is nicer to get like places where you can't really like roll on like as accurate, so maybe like deep into the IT band. So yeah, always go deep and hard into the IT band. That's my life lesson for all of you in every aspect of life. So on the treadmill, I'm just going to do about 5 minutes jogging, not too fast, probably about a kilometre or so, maybe half a kilometre. Get some dynamic stretches in, just hopefully start pulling anything. Legs are really tired from Monday's 5k still, hamstrings, calves mainly, everything else I find treadmill is more calves and quads, but sometimes when you go fast, hamstrings obviously hurt, and then outside I'm hips, hamstrings, everywhere. This propels you forward a little bit more, which helps. Hardest part about today's run is going to be boredom. Doing 10Ks, probably I'm aiming for under 45 minutes or in and around 45 minutes, but boredom's hard. If you've got riveting ADHD like myself, especially after a coffee, then trying to entertain yourself the best way possible. For slow runs, it's easy, just stick a show on, but when you're running fast, obviously beats per minute's a lot higher, and yeah, you need a little bit more entertainment. So a tip I think I gave up last week is to split it up. So I do half with maybe like a YouTube video. You can watch this if you're doing it, or if you're going outside, audiobook, something like that. And then the second half I go for music, or I split it up, or I might do a third audiobook, third YouTube, third music, or even do the first half no music, second half music, just to split up a little bit, give yourself a mental break. And I've been putting this off all day. I really didn't want to train today, but I know once I start, I'll love it, I'll be into it, and I'll get both sessions done. Warm up done. I'm going to hit you with the first 30 seconds of the run, and then the last 30 seconds of the run, and let's see what the difference is between them.
A few moments later.
Well, 44.05. Absolute sprint at the finish there. Was aiming for under 45. Oh, 10k is an awful distance. 5k is hard, but 10k is even worse because it's right in the middle of that. Slow and steady, and then pushing yourself hard. I'm gonna catch my breath and then catch up with you. Oh, caught my breath now. Run's done. Just gonna turn the fan off. Run done. 44.05, which I'm happy with. I'm going for under 45, but obviously when you're that close to 44, I feel like I could have maybe pushed it a little bit earlier. I don't mind like running on the treadmill, especially for short or for longer runs, but ones that like slow pace, stick like a movie on or some YouTube or something. But for the fast ones, they're just so hard. It's so boring. 10k staring at a wall. Every second seeing how far you've gone. When you're running outside, you go by distance, and it's so much easier, especially if you're running home. Like if you're doing 10k, you go 5k out, 5k home, you know where the distance is. You know home is, every step you take is closer to home. With the treadmill, every step is keep going and going and going. You don't know where that end goal is, and it's hard to like mentally fix a point where you're going to finish. So I'm now going to bag an upper body workout. I'm going to probably change, now I've got a little bit more equipment, I'm probably going to change my program. So I do probably a push-pull, legs, push-pull. So 5 workouts a week, legs once a week. I don't want to overrun them, especially with all this running. But yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit. I find those sort of runs are a lot mindset and how far you can push your body. We're going to talk about mindset and mental fitness in a minute. I talk about a lot about David Goggins. So yeah, I'm going to run you through this workout and then we can talk about David Goggins. So we're going to superset each muscle group, 2 exercises per one. Just to try and I haven't really got enough weight to properly push my body, so we're just going to go for more time under tension and work hard. So yeah, I'm going to jump into it, probably put some music on here. Enjoy. It's a completely new bar to me, haven't actually done it yet, so not sure how much it weighs, so just going to put some weight on, try and get 4 working sets, get a warm up in first, and at least that way I better log it and then try and improve week on week.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean ocean crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but where does...
About perfect weight there, got 15 out, probably couldn't have got too many more. But it feels good to bench again, even though it's not proper and I can see my stability's off a little bit. Feels good.
Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding, holding.
Bench press done. Gonna move on to some dumbbells and just to show you how raw this gym is. These are my dumbbells, so I have to tighten them and untighten them with this, which I didn't have to use until yesterday. We're gonna move on to some shoulders, military press and single arm dumbbell presses to make sure I don't get any imbalances. So that was the majority of the workout. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Like I said, main focuses for me are chest, shoulders. I've always neglected them, never really thought I'd need them, but now I've got a little bit of time. I'd like to grow this part, obviously grow the chest. Don't want to do too much, especially if I'm going to be playing football when I go back to England and they're running, but I don't want to lose too much muscle during this, so I'm keeping protein high. I'm training hard. I've been down here now for an hour and 44 minutes. Done 1,244 calories so far. Just going to finish off with some accessory work, biceps, triceps, and then I'm going to show you a quick core workout you can do, and then we're going to sit and talk about physical fitness and mental fitness. So we're going to finish off with some core work. I'm going to leave the reps on the screen. We're going to do 3 rounds with 1 minute in between each round. If you want a good timer for this sort of stuff, if I remember, when I watch this back and I remember when I edit it, I will leave the app that I use for timing so that you can set it up. It's kind of self-explanatory, but if you need any help, just let me know.
We got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding, holding.
Workout done. Just under 2 hours, 1,378 calories. So it was hard. 10k, a little bit of a rest, and then getting into the upper body session. I didn't show everything, but yeah, I'm going to try and advance as much as I can. I can afford 2 hours a day. Haven't really got much else to do apart from make YouTube videos and and edit them. So I was going to do a stretching tutorial because a lot of people have been saying like they don't really know how to stretch or they don't know what to do. So instead of just doing that over some music, I'm going to do the topic for today, which is going to be mental and physical fitness, and like the difference between them whilst I'm stretching. So if you wanted to follow along, feel free. I'm going to start off with the trusty foam roller. If you haven't got one, pick one up. Like, that's not even negotiable. You need a foam roller if you're doing any sorts of, I'd recommend to everyone, if you're doing any sort of endurance event, get a foam roller. You won't regret it. It hurts and it's tough, but it's definitely worth it. I'm going to leave this uncut. That reminded me. I'm not going to cut this at all because I want to let you guys watch the stretch. And so yeah, if I muck up, we're just going to roll with it. I've got some pointers down here of stuff I want to talk about. So if you see me down there or stuttering, which I sometimes do, maybe I'll release a complete uncut video. So it's like 4 hours of footage going into tiny bit. So let's jump into the stretching and jump into the topic. I'm going to try and do this maybe every other week, maybe every 2 episodes or something. Just choose a different topic. I think my next one's going to be intermittent fasting, because I've heard some people talk about that as well. So let's go into mental versus physical fitness. So can you see that? Yeah, that's fine. So probably the best book I've ever read in terms of something that has changed my life was David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. If you don't know who David Goggins was, I don't want to ruin the story for you, but he was a kid from Buffalo actually, who father abused him as a child, abused him and his mother. He escaped from it, had vast amounts of racism aimed towards him during high school, and then went into being, I think it was an exterminator, a bug exterminator, and then ended up doing Navy SEALs, going to the Navy SEALs. And the book he's got out, I did the audio book, which was brilliant because it was like an interview at the same time, but his book just goes into his whole life, and the first couple of chapters are quite slow but very powerful, and then he moves into his messages. And if you know who he is, you'll know he's an absolute joke. Joe Rogan's got a fantastic podcast with him if you want to get that before you dive into his book. But he's brilliant. So a lot of the messages he points out is the difference between mental, your mind, and your body. So how far can your body really go without your mind stopping it? And I think it's something, since I've read it, it's something I've kind of like come to terms with a little bit more, and when it's happening I can adapt to it, because your mind's always going to try and get you to stop no matter what you're doing. Like I just did the 10k there, and after probably the first kilometre my body's like, you can just get off this, film this video tomorrow, don't worry about it, we won't tell anyone, just go again. And I have done that in the past. I still do it now to some extent, but I'm a lot better with it. But on the flip side of your body can carry on going. It's just your mind tricking it into wanting to stop. It doesn't like the pain. And a big term he always calls is callous in your mind. And if any of you have ever lifted before, maybe like deadlifts, pull up, you'll know that you'll get these little things in your hand called calluses, and his idea is you can callous your mind into being stronger. He went through BUDS training twice, the Navy SEAL training, went through 3 times, went through 3 hell weeks, completed 3 hell weeks, all with broken kneecaps, broken legs. Like his stories make you have to read the book. If you do want to read it, I know a way to get it a lot cheaper or for free. So message me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram out here. Message me on Instagram and I'll help you. It helps you get it. But if not, I recommend doing it on Audible. You get one free book to start off with. So just listen to his book, and I promise you'll find it fantastic. So let's go on to some of the points I put down. So yeah, so here's a lot of point is like, how far can your body really go if your mind wasn't stopping it? And a great example of this is when you hear about like these women who pick cars off their children, so their children be run over and they pick cars off them. And on a normal day, if you set the amount of weight up, there's no way these mothers could lift that. Because of the circumstances, they tap into muscles that are there, but your body can't control it. Eddie Hall, when he lifted 500 kg off the ground, on his documentary, he says that when you're watching him, he's not actually there. He's tapped into his muscles and his mind. He's not there at all, and he's using muscles that are there that a lot of people can't use. Professional athletes probably get an extra 10% than just the average Joe. But if you look at people who get electrocuted, I can never say that word, and they fly back, it's not the electric doing that, it's their muscles. Their muscles stim together and bang, they fly across the room, or they fly up. And if a lot of that comes down to like intense training, like long programs, pushing the body to its limits. But at the same time, if you can tap into maybe 2% of your mind, imagine 2% every single day, the power of compound interest, you'll be absolutely flying as the year goes on. So a big thing that the book kind of taught me, and if you do read it, let me know what you think, is just how often your mind gets you to stop. So when I was running the half marathon a couple of weeks ago, like after 10k, I was every step you want to stop, you want to go home, you want to go, your mind trying to trick you into, oh, let's go home, let's grab a McDonald's, let's do this, let's do that. But you've got to be able to tap into it if you want to achieve things in life. But I haven't really achieved much yet. 2 Athlete of the Years is kind of the best thing I've got. But in terms of fitness, I'm just trying each day to push past the barrier of the mind that's always trying to get you to stop and do worse than what it's capable of. And I know a lot of you are probably doing like the 5k challenge and stuff, and a big question I always ask is, if you're doing the 5k and you're probably under 25 minutes, 24 minutes, and that's like your average time, you think you're flat out. If someone came up to you and said, I'll give you £1 billion if you run a sub 25k, I think maybe 80% of you would, because it'd be a mind thing and you'd be so motivated. So if you're trying to like motivate yourself, and a big thing he always talks about as well is motivation comes and goes. It's the discipline that gets you out of bed every day. He's up at 4:30 running 20 miles. You need to listen to his book, read his podcast. You'll understand what I mean. But I think the best way to try and like just get better in terms of the fitness is just to get the complete control of your mind and just push through every single step. A tactic that I've kind of taken from him is just smiling whenever I feel like I'm in intense pain during runs, like maybe the last 5 kilometers of a half marathon, or as this marathon training progresses, I just smile at it because I know I can carry on going because I complete it every single time. I want to give up every single step of the way, and I'm sure all of you do when you're doing hard exercise, but you just got to push past that barrier. Become accountable to yourself, even if it's become accountable to someone else. If you're trying to lose weight, do it with your mum, do it with your dad, do it with your best mate, do it with someone you hate, brothers, sisters, whatever. Not that I hate my brother or sister, so Spencer and I, if you're watching this, I didn't mean that. But yeah, just find yourself accountable to someone and just get out and do it. Make yourself a plan, make it hard. It doesn't have to be easy. A lot of people think that let's start off easy. Why? Start off hard. Do the hardest thing you can possibly do first, and then everything that past that, you just teach yourself you can do it. So if you run a sub 25 5k, you should never run on purpose. You should never run one above that, because you've already proved yourself that you can do it, and just enjoy being uncomfortable. This is a horrible stretch. Enjoy being uncomfortable, and you'll just, as time goes on, you'll get better and better at it. So I know it's easy to say, and I always struggle with stuff like stretching. I always bin it off, say I'm going to do it, and don't end up doing it. But yeah, I'm working on it, trying to push through the mental barriers of wanting to get up every day. My next big challenge, I want to try and get up early. I want to try and run first thing in the morning. It's the best. It's the time I'll be able to push myself the best. And it's a struggle. So what else have I got down here? Oh, tips for zoning out. So I say this before, I've said it to my friends before as well. When you're running, they're like, oh, how do you do it for so long? You're not bored, or how do you push yourself? And how do you, when your mind's telling you just stop, how do you push yourself on? And a big thing is just zoning out. If you can zone out, put yourself into a place where you're not there. A lot of my treadmill runs, I don't remember half of it because I'm not there. I might vision myself. I do a lot of what's the word? Is it visionary? Seeing myself somewhere else, not really sure. But like I picture myself somewhere completely different, and I zone out, and next thing, kilometre by kilometre goes past. So yeah, try that. Try whatever makes you cope with the stress and trick your mind into thinking you can do it. And yeah, just unlock your muscle capacity. So I'm out of my points. I'm just going to put the rest of the stretching routine to music. If you did enjoy today's video, please make sure you like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It takes you 2 seconds, and it means a lot to me because these videos take a long time to make, and I know I'm not going to be hitting the views yet, but I'm going to work hard and hopefully keep producing content, so in a year from now I can look back and actually get something done with this. So thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the stretching. Bye.